folks, Jonathan Wilson, and it's another Bistro blog. And you're used to seeing me play with a bow, I'm pretty sure. Some of you have not followed this blog. I build these instruments called GuitarViols, and they look very much like this, except they're played with a bow. This is actually decidedly not a bow design. And I'd like to give you a little background. It's actually been on the project shelf for well over a decade. And because of the fact we've been so busy building GuitarViols for all of you, it just has not really surfaced to the top of the work pile. However, it can only go so long before the threshold of pain allows us not to go forward with it. So, without further ado, this is the TogaMan guitar. This is a prototype. It's not yet in production, but we will. We're actually still. You see us kind of fiddling around here in the back, getting the electronics the way we like it. Anyway, this is patterned right after a typical Cana style guitar viol, and this has a couple of EMG high Z pickups in this. We also have in the bridge a Graphtec Ghost Acoustophonic, and what that means is we can get an acoustic sound like this, or we can mix the two. That's an electric with some crunch on it, or we can go pure electric. And then within that realm, we can kind of change pickups and get some of those two pickup sounds. And all the like. So it comes out with this is a Y cable, which means that we can plug into two distinctly different channels. In this case, I'm going through my ProTools and the computer monitors right now. And so we got it sort of a light crunch dial in there, and then we can just go straight over to the acoustic. Now, the idea behind this came from all the years ago that I was designing the guitar viol to go over here and be bowed like this, and self-balanced, the nut being eye level. And that resulted in a shorter scale. It was 21 inches. Well, I found that even playing it like this on the right leg yields a flamenco classical guitar playing stance without a footstool. And for those of you who work in front of computers, you're composing, this is for you. This means that we can free up our hands, do the other things we need to do, and balance and just have this like ergonomically comfortable guitar that we can do a lot of other things that other guitars you'd have a harder time on. For example, stretching. And being able to yield chord voicings we couldn't imagine before unless we went into alternate tunings. Also, there's another benefit to it in which we can actually get a nice bending range out of it. I'll give you for instance. If you were to take the B string, the G note, and if we were to bend down towards the edge of the fingerboard, we can actually hit that A before we go over the edge. On typical other guitars, that's not the case. So we can kind of get some like nice little bending things like, oops, I goofed that. So anyway, that's a fun aspect of it, and we can also get like a pretty wide bend there. Pretty much up to A, so in other words, if I was bending for an E. Anyway, there's a lot of fun things about it. This also could work very well for somebody who is permanently sitting down, say somebody who's in a wheelchair. This could balance out really well. And so this is an instrument, I believe, that's uniquely a TogaMan. It's not a Me Too guitar. We're not just talking about another typical Strat or Paul or anything like that. It does have its niche. Back to the Ghost system, this one's not outfitted, but it could very easily be outfitted for MIDI. So what this means for some of you who record a lot in front of a digital audio workstation is that you could, one moment just slam down and acoustic track, say, or you know, something late at night and you're not bothering anybody in the headphones, if you have to go back and be pure about it later, you can do that. Then you want to lay down a you know, a rhythm track or something like that that's got some rocking kind of sounds to it. You can do that. And let's imagine we had the MIDI. Go and hit a MIDI patch without putting this instrument down in the whole process. So you're on a roll, you've just got this thing, you're hitting a deadline, and bam, 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 bam. And having a great time in the process. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek at this, see what you think. If you want more information on the guitars we build and all the GuitarViols that we're famous for, go to GuitarViols.com, GUITARVIOLS, or TogaManGuitars.com. And anyway, have an awesome day and be inspired.